Hi guys, my name is Vijay Kumar Waka. I'm working as senior solution consultant in Epicero. Okay, today we shall discuss about reduce function. Okay, yeah. So today let us discuss about reduce in Mule 4. Yeah, it comes under data view 2.0. So reduce is something we can only apply on arrays. Okay, and yeah, so you can reduce an array into or an array of values into something like an object or string or another array once again. Okay, so you have to apply this only on array, but the output will be, it will depend actually based upon the lambda expression you write within the reduce function. Okay, so before you go through this, my request is to, if you're new to data view, just go through this playlist. Okay, I have already created 6 videos on this. Okay, so just go through them and yeah, so let us continue with our discussion on reduce. So reduce will consider array as an input always, and it can result into anything like string or an array or an object. Okay, based upon the lambda expression you give as an input to this reduce function. Okay, so I have prepared yeah, let us discuss one simple example, and after that whatever I have prepared I'll show you. Yeah, so this is the, I mean, ignore about these two comments, just focus on this one. So payload, and this is a simple array with 1 2 3 as the elements. You see, I have used reduce function. This is the syntax for that. Okay, proper syntax. And what we are doing here, we are concatenating the accumulator. I mean, we are adding the accumulator and the item. So item is nothing but 1 2 3 here, and accumulator is something like after one iteration. Okay, what is the accumulator value? After second iteration, what is the accumulator value? And after the third iteration, what is the accumulator value? So those things we'll see. Okay, but if you see here, based upon this particular DW, okay, simple script, the output is something like 1 plus, I mean, it is like 1 plus 2 plus 3, like it added all these three, but it depends actually how the addition is happening. The sequence matters. Uh, of course, in this example, it doesn't matter because if you add like from back to, I mean, if you add in any ways, the addition result will be the same, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 it is same, 3 plus 2 plus 1 it is same, or multiply. Okay, it doesn't matter. But when you subtract or when you divide, it matters. So in order to know the sequence, how it will, um, how it executes this array based upon this expression, okay, and on what basis it will give the output, that we will see. Okay, yeah. So I have prepared four things, I mean four images. So let us go one by one. These are like four examples. Okay, so just let us go by one, so that we'll understand, and also we'll see the examples that are given in the documentation, all the examples. Okay, so if you see, this is a simple example. This is a snapshot. The first half is the snapshot of the dwlang.fun. Okay, so this is an array and reduce, and these are like instead of using item comma accumulator like we have seen here in the dwlang.fun. Okay, instead of using this thing, okay, you can simply use this anonymous parameters dollar double dollar. Okay, so single dollar always represents an entry within the array. Okay, it's like 2 3 4 5. uh, I mean, single dollar is, it's an anonymous parameter, it resembles the an item in an array. So here this is the input, right? Okay, and double dollar is the accumulated value. Okay, so Yeah, I mean, before we commence with this example, let us see some observations here. Okay. Yeah. So for example, I'm going to have only one element in my array. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, whatever the expression you keep here, it, I mean, there is nothing to reduce, right? It's a very simple thing. Only one element is there. So whether you keep double dollar or dollar, it doesn't change actually. So if you, it is single dollar, right? If I keep double dollar, it is the same. Or if I put some lambda expression like this, okay, it is the same. Okay. So if I put like this, there is no difference because nothing to reduce, nothing to be reduced actually here. Okay. So with this thing, if we analyze this particular DW script and the things whatever I have kept here, so reduce of item minus accumulator, right? This is the lambda expression we have inside the reduce function. Okay. So in the first iteration, I mean, if it when it finds 2, okay, um, it is like there is nothing we have seen right just now. So when it is like only 2 is there, it gives only 2. Okay. So when you keep this expression and when we have multiple elements, so this will become the output or the accumulated value. Okay. So as per this sequence, first we have item, then we have accumulator or accumulated value. So it is done with the first thing. So when it is done with the first thing, it is like again accumulated value is 2. Okay. Now if you see 3 becomes the item here or the dollar value, and double dollar is already the previous accumulated value, that is nothing but 2. So that is the reason I have put this like 3 minus 2. Here it is like we are subtracting, right? So 3 minus 2, that is 1. Now this becomes the accumulator value. Okay. So you have to substitute this value in the accumulator, and what is the next element or item? That is 4. So 4 minus 1, that is 3 here. That means this has become the new accumulated value. Okay. And this you have to substitute here, and the next element, whatever is there in the array, that will be substituted here. So that is the reason 5 minus 3. So that is the final result. So we are done with the, so I mean, we have gone through each and every element in this array, right? So that is the reason, like, this is the end result. So 5 minus 3, this is the item, and this is the accumulated value. So 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. So that is the reason end result is 2 here. Okay. So let us go through the next example. So you see here, I have put dollar minus double dollar. Now we'll see the same thing when we keep double dollar minus dollar. Okay. The same input, only the lambda expression I have changed here. If you see here, see, it is, we have seen, right, the different combinations. When it finds only one element, it will be like the same thing, whatever the expression you keep inside this. Okay. So after it finds one element, the result is same, that is 2 here. So this will become the accumulator accumulator value. So here where we have the accumulator value, that is, we have it as a left operand, right, for this minus. Okay, we have it on the left side of the minus. So this 2 will be substituted here, and whatever is whatever the item is in the sequence after 2 here, so that will come in the place of single dollar. So that is the reason it is like 2 minus 3. So hence the result minus 1. So this will become the accumulated value. Now minus 1, and the next item is 4. So here we have minus, right? So that is the reason it is like minus 1 minus 4. Okay. So minus 1 minus 4 we know, right? It's like minus 5. Okay. So this is the accumulated value now, updated accumulated value. Now this will be substituted here, minus 5 minus the last item in the array, that is 5 here. So minus 5 minus 5. So that is the reason we got output as minus 10. Okay. So yeah, let's go through the third example. Now you see here, it's a, I mean, okay, it's an like key value pair. Okay. Yeah. So this is the expression. Okay. So we have applied this on the array actually. It's not like we have applied on the key value pair, but you see this whole expression, this expression is applied on this particular array. So that is the reason this key value is there as is. Okay. But the we have reduced this array to string value, right? Yeah. So that is, as we discussed, we will always take array as an input to reduce, but the result could be anything based upon the lambda expression or the expression you write inside this reduce function. Okay. Yeah. So inside this array we have different characters like a, b, c, d. Okay. Now we have applied reduce function, and it is like here what we are doing, we have initialized the accumulator value to z here. Okay. So what happens whenever it finds the first element, okay, and as per the expression, it is like I mean this accumulator plus item. So we have already defined the accumulator value, that is z, plus item. So what is the item here? A. So that is the reason z plus, I mean z concatenated with a is resulting into za, something like that. Okay. After this, so this will become the accumulator value. Okay, so it is easy, right? So after that, ZA will be substituted here and B here. So ZAB, and ZAB is accumulator. ZAB concatenated with item in the next in this array. Next item in this array, that is nothing but C. So ZABC is the result or the updated accumulator value, and ZABC concatenated with D, the last element in this array. So that is the reason it is like ZABCD. Okay, that is what mapped to or assigned as a updated value for this key contact. Okay, so this is very easy. Like we have reduced an array to string value. Okay, by using the reduce function. Okay, the last and final one, instead of plus operator, I mean this time we are using AND operator. Okay, so here in this array we have like something like true, false, boolean values. Okay, so just go through this. You see, we have already defined or initialized the accumulator value to false. Okay, so that means whenever it finds the first element, okay, and as per the expression, accumulator and item. So that means accumulator value is false and the first item is true here, right? So false and true will return false. So this is the accumulated value, update 1. So this will go here. And what is the next item? It is false. So that is the reason it is false and false, which is resulting into false again. Okay. So this false will be sent as an accumulator value here. And it's like just the sequence continues. Okay. I have written here false and false is false. And this is the updated value. That is nothing. Here capital F is nothing but false. Because of space issues, I have put represented that way. So false and the last but one value is true here. Okay, so false and true is false, right? So this false will become as an uh, recent value of the accumulator. Okay, and that is what I mean as per this sequence here it is accumulator. So that is the reason we have the updated value of the accumulator here, and the last value or the item in the array is true. Okay, so false and true is again false, right? So that is the reason we have in the output it as false. Okay, so we are done with these 4 examples. So this is how the reduce works. Okay, yeah. So if you see, I mean, so if you see here, let's say analyze this thing. So accumulator is something, right? So as per this sequence, accumulator plus item, we are adding the these numbers. So when it finds 1, the result of this is 1. Okay, so that means the accumulator value, whatever the output that is coming out of this reduce function, it will become as accumulator actually. Okay, I mean till it is done with the what do you say, uh, I mean operating this array or something. Okay, so after one iteration accumulator value will be 1, and after that 1 plus item. What is the item here? It is 2. 1 plus 2, so that means it is 3. Okay, so 3 is the updated accumulator value, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So that is what we could see in the output. Okay, now yeah, that's it. Like if I comment this, okay, let me, this won't work quickly. That's the reason I have opened multiple tabs. Okay, let us check this. Copy paste it here. I'm copying the exam input value to this new window. Okay, see now what happened. This is the accumulator value, right? We have declared something already to the accumulator, that is nothing but 4 and 5. So as we have here itself, see the accumulator values are in front, and after that only what do you say, we are adding these values to the array. Here the accumulated value is already an array, so whenever you add elements to an array, they will be added to that array, right? So that is what happened here. For example, I'm going to give something like simply like 4 only here. So what happens now? Previously it was 6, right? When we have seen this, so 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus, I mean 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. So that is what we could see here. So this is how accumulator works, and it depends actually whether you put star here. So that means multiplication is happening. So 4 into 1 4, and 4 into 2 is 8, 8 into 3 24. Okay, yeah. So this is how reduce works. So you see here 2 comma 3, it is resulting into 5. Okay, and if you see it is like 1 2 3 4, what they are doing, they are adding that. But this sequence matters actually. In addition and in multiplication it doesn't matter, so just skip this for now. But if you see here, it is 1 2 3 4, right? Okay, let me, yeah, so let me concatenate this. See now what happened. This is the initial value 4, right? Now what we are doing, we are concatenating each and every item with this accumulator. So after first iteration 4 plus, I mean 4 concatenated with 1, 4, 41 or 41 for example, that's a string, and that one will be substituted here. Okay, so that is the reason 41 plus plus 2. So 412, and 412 plus plus 3, that is 4123. For example, I'm going to shuffle this order. Now we'll see the difference. Okay, so I'll put accumulator here. Now you see, first what is the item? Okay, so item is 1, right? Okay, so in the first iteration it is like 1 4, because item is 1 and accumulator is 4, so 1 4, and that is the accumulator value. Okay, updated accumulator value is 1 4, and what is the element in the in this array? That is 2. So 2 plus plus 1 4. Okay, that is the reason it is like 2 1 4, and after that it is, we have 3 in the array. So 3 plus plus 2 1 4, that is the reason it is like 3 2 1 4. Okay, so this is how the sequence matters at times actually. Okay, so yeah, so just go through these things. These three are very easy, and when you perform this on an empty array, I mean it will give something like null value. Okay, okay, I think it didn't get updated. Let me do this. One moment, guys. It takes some time actually. See, it is still, it took something like ACC. Okay. But when you apply, when you pass, when you apply this reduce thing on an, what do you say, an empty array, it will result into an empty. But here it is, the accumulator value is already 4. Okay. So it becomes like something like Control X, Control V. Let me take in a new window and let me copy this. See, it is like this. So item is nothing. We are concatenating that with the accumulator value, that is nothing but 4. So it is 4 here. Okay. Yeah. So for example, I'm going to remove this. Okay. Now it is null. Okay. So empty array, when you when you pass this as the input to the reduce function, it has resulted into null. Okay. So there is no issue if even if you get in real time null value as an input to the reduce function. So that is the reason we could see null here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, all these things you can just explore. This thing we have already explored already in the examples. Okay. I mean initializing the accumulator value. Okay. Setting it to string or an array or a number. Okay. Or an object also you can do. Okay. See, for example, here I took some object. Okay. So let me, yeah. So yeah, this will result in, this is not the right example expression for the object. Um, yeah, this one. See, if you see here, accumulator value is something like it is an empty object, right? It is an array. The input is an array of objects, but here I have defined or initialized the accumulator value as an empty object. That is the reason after this lambda expression, okay, all the values, what do you say? Item is like key value pair, right? This is okay, an item. Okay, so this is how you can get objects as well as an output. Okay, so the input here it is array, but as per this particular DW script, the output is object. You see here item plus plus accumulator. So as per this sequence, this is the item and nothing is there in the accumulator initially. So the updated accumulator will be this one. So that is the reason this is in the second part actually in the output. So first accumulator value will have this thing. So that is the reason when this is getting added. Okay, so this is the item, second item, right? So that is what it is pushing it further, and that is the reason we could see these three values later in this output. Okay, so just go through these examples. They are very easy. If you have understood, I mean my demo or my explanation so far, just go through these examples. They are very easy and important as well. It will help you to understand even more better. You'll get more clarity. Okay, so here it's like they are using this plus plus operators or what will happen when you use reduce double dollar. Okay, we have seen and operator. Okay, and also plus operator we have seen, plus plus we have seen. Okay, yeah, we have seen almost everything. Okay, so just you have to simply pass an array. That is the mandatory thing. Array is what you have to pass as an input to the reduce function. For example, let us copy this. Okay, let's work on this thing and we'll end the session. So I have kept it as XML. Okay, now let me copy this expression, or else let me write the expression. For example, here I have to pass this dot. I have to pass this as an array, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 values I have to pass as an array. So payload dot root dot um, Yeah, star line. Yeah, previously it didn't work. It loads little slowly. Yeah. So previously whatever I have written is still correct. Yeah. So when we have written this thing, we got an array, right? So this array we can um, it's up to you, like how you'd like to pass it to the reduce function as an input. Okay, that is up to you. Okay, what happened? This is an array. Yeah, I don't know why it is not considering, but ideally it should consider. Yeah. So if you see, we are concatenating. Okay. So double dollar. So it is like, yeah, just go with the your analysis on this particular example. Okay. Reduce of double dollar plus plus dollar. Okay. So double dollar is the accumulator and dollar is the item, right? So initially when it finds one, it is nothing. So one will be updated as a accumulator. Okay. And you see the one plus, now it is like something like one concatenated with okay, initially it is like one, and after that accumulator value is one concatenated with the next element in the array, that is nothing but two. Now after that the accumulated value is 1 2, and the next value in the array is 3, and the last one, it is accumulated value will be 1 2 3, and it is 4, last one. So I mean this is a string actually. Yeah. So that's it, like, so ultimately it's a string. Okay, this is how uh, it executes it step by step, and hence the result. Okay, so one and one concatenated with two. Okay, so in this line whatever we have in this column, these are the accumulated values based upon the this particular expression. So double dollar uh, is the accumulator. Okay, and dollar is the item in an array. That is what you have to remember, and you have to pass only an array as an input to the reduce function. Okay, and you can reduce it to an array or an as a string or an object. It is up to you, or based on, I mean, it is up to your requirement. Okay, so I hope you understood this reduce function. Please go through these examples. Okay, if you understood till here very clearly, you will understand this reduce function very easily. Okay, yeah. So that's it from my end for this session. And thank you so much for listening to my video. Please subscribe.